absolutely. If U.S. Special Forces, and we don't know whether the U.S. has a strategic relationship with Egypt. We don't know if the U.S. is in there giving them advice. And if an American Special Forces or CIA agent is caught anywhere near advising the Mubarak government, they're going to be hanging from a lamppost in Cairo, Alexandria, or Port Said.
And that will supercharge the rebellion.
Oh, yeah, but what we'll hear in this country is just like this thug that shot these two guys in Pakistan who claims he's a diplomat. It sounds like he's a Blackwater guy. People around the world getting fed up with these overpaid people that we send to these other countries, military, civilian, or otherwise. They live like kings while
the Army. I mean, I've had Army officers on. They are totally sick of them. And all those rumors we heard 5, 6, 7 years ago about Blackwater are now in federal court. Blackwater on cocaine, running around naked in the streets at night, shooting up people's cars for fun. It turns out that's coming out in federal lawsuits.
Well, right, and then we've got this pencil sharpener, General Petraeus, who runs around like he's some sort of American proconsul, saying, who elected him to be anything in Afghanistan or Pakistan or anywhere else? The guy, the only combat history he ever had was probably a paper cut.
All right, stay there, Wayne. We're going to do 5 more minutes with you, then I'm getting into all the other news. Then we got Larry Pratt on the government moving to take our guns. Yeah, it's been announced. And we got Bob Chapman, Lindsey Williams coming up. Stay with us.
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
Diamond Gusset is proud to announce the anthem of the Patriot Movement. They're offering a free CD, T-shirt, and bumper sticker with a qualifying purchase. Diamond Gusset offers great products at great prices while keeping Americans working.
I'm looking for a factory where a man can feed his family. Not worried about them moving it south, closing the doors and shutting her down tomorrow. I'm looking for America.
We're American and be proud. Go to gusset.com/America.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. Seems like I just woke up one day and it was gone, long gone. But I know in my heart it's still
Again, go to gusset.com/America today.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Well, Wayne Madson's our guest, formerly with the NSA and, of course, in the Navy. Syndicated columnist, reporter on national security issues. And he's basically concurring with my analysis. I'm seeing a lot of other people claim that the West is behind this. This does not fit into their overall strategy. Paul Joseph Watson has an article dealing with this at prisonplanet.com. Brzezinski feared global awakening has arrived. Monumental worldwide rallying cry for freedom threatens to derail New World Order agenda. This is not just a Muslim thing, as the media is trying to say. Look at these Muslim extremists. These are people starving to death, folks. The IMF, the globalists do have something to do with it. It's by ordering these countries to pay more and more on debts, ordering the countries in shock therapy to cut back on their food stamps when close to half the population's on them in Egypt alone, ordering the further dollar devaluation, which you see more overseas than domestically, so things cost more for them because even though they have their own currency, it's based in dollars. Wayne, in closing, where do you see this headed from your geopolitical research? I mean, how do you see this unfolding? And do you agree with Watson's article that the global awakening really has arrived?
Oh, yes. I think there's, the genie's out of the bottle now, and they won't be able to put it back in. I think what we're seeing now in Lebanon, you've got a government the U.S. doesn't like, but clearly it's a coalition government, and it also includes Hezbollah, which we don't want to deal with. I think based on the Palestine papers, that's only going to increase the popularity of Hamas. we've got to deal with these. This is a situation, the real politics situation, to keep calling Hezbollah and Hamas terrorist organizations and acting like they're not there is ridiculous. We're also going to be faced with these new governments in Tunisia, which is changing every day. They want all the old vestiges of the U.S. and French-imposed regime gone. We may have a new government in Egypt. We may have South Yemen and North Yemen after the revolution there. We're going to have to deal with the situation as it exists. And if the U.S. wants to start sending special forces into those countries, well, you know what? The body bags are going to keep coming back, and they're going to increase in numbers. And that's not. And we don't want to hear from Obama that that's a just war, because if we impose ourselves in these countries, that's not a just war. That's imperialism at its worst, and we should get what's coming to us.
Well, again, when we say get what's coming to us, this isn't our country. We're run by these offshore banks that have created $1.5 quadrillion in derivatives and say that we owe this money. As you said earlier, we don't owe this. On record, we could cut every social program out there, and it wouldn't pay 1/10 of what these bankers say is we got to do what Ron Paul said. Just like when an individual goes bankrupt, we've got to write all this so-called debt that the bankers have had to sign onto globally, all these foreign bailouts, write it off in the foreign aid, pull our military out of Iraq and Afghanistan, and pull it all in. But the bankers just are telling us with austerity, cut all of our programs here so that even more money can go to them.
Yeah, we got to, we got to, this defense budget has to be slashed dramatically, too. We don't need 50 bases in Germany. We don't need, a half dozen or more bases in Okinawa and South Korea and these other locations. We need to bring these bases back. We can't afford it. It's just prolonging the American hegemon, and this is a failed empire, and we have to understand it's a failed empire, and we have to, start. We got to stop acting like we're the Roman Empire here. We can't afford it. There's no sense in us having these. What is it? We have bases in 170 countries, something like that. It's ridiculous. Yeah,
there's over 3,000 bases total overseas in 170-plus countries, and it's only expanding. And again, it's not even our empire. We don't even like the British. Some of the British people actually got spoils from it. We pay for it. We get the bad name. Then they use the hatred worldwide as a reason to set a police state up here. It's unbelievable. WayneMadsenReport.com. Our website's Infowars.com. There's been some huge developments in Cairo, explosions, gunfire. Wayne Madsen, thanks for joining us.
You bet.
I'm gonna leave you.
Alex told you the government announced recently that the recession is over. It ended on June of 2009. The millions of Americans unable to find work might not agree. Perhaps the recession ended for the bankers and government employees, but for the rest of us, things seem to be getting worse. Gold and silver haven't heard the news either. They've begun their long-expected journey to the moon. In addition to converting your shrinking dollars into gold and silver, you should consider a food savings account from eFoods Direct. They both make fabulous investments. Food is our greatest dependency, and we know it will be more precious than any financial resource. You and your family need food to survive a crisis, and you can't eat paper, stocks, or metals. Alex has been urging you to invest in delicious, easy-fix meals to enjoy now or save for long-term. This will freeze the cost of your food while you can still afford it. Visit eFoodsDirect.com on the internet or call 800-409-5633. That's eFoodsDirect.com or 800-409-5633.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Folks, you've heard us talk about Home Gain before. Home Gain is now offering a special promo where you get up to $150 when you buy or sell a home with a Home Gain agent you find through their Find a Realtor program. Home Gain lets you compare realtors anonymously. It's easy. Go to homegain150.com to find and compare realtors anonymously. Enter promo code HOMEGAIN150 and receive up to $150 when you close a deal with a Home Gain agent. Share the Home Gain 150 promo code with your friends via Facebook, Twitter, text, and more. Look for Max, the Home Gain Gorilla, to find out more about how Home Gain is going to pay you. Visit HomeGain150.com today to enter your promo code and get paid for buying or selling a house. That's HomeGain150.com.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
All over Egypt, from Alexandria to Cairo, the police are joining the demonstrators. The military was called out in the last hour. We'll see if the military turns on Mubarak. If that happens, it's over. Will U.S. forces be sent in to secure the key oil ports? If that happens, this is edging towards World War III. Funny, Lindsey Williams with his big two oil execs, one died 2 months ago. The other's giving him more intel, said, watch for the Middle East for a big blow-up. That time has now come. Would the globalists inside trigger this against their own minions to bring in a crisis? Maybe. Explosions, gunfire heard in Cairo as protesters defy curfew as night fell. President Mubarak has expanded the night curfew nationwide, state TV reports. Egypt's military deployed on the streets of Cairo to enforce the nighttime curfew. There's incredible videos of them just shooting unarmed people. As thousands of protesters, it's hundreds of thousands, tried to storm the foreign ministry and state TV building in Cairo, the day of rioting and chaos amounted to the biggest challenge ever to the authoritarian president Hosni Mubarak's 30-year regime. Well, wait a minute. The vice president, Joe Biden, is running around saying he's not a dictator. So if Joe Biden says the sky is red and you say it's blue, what do you do? If he says up is down and down is up and black is white, I mean, they told us that Hu Jintao isn't a dictator. And China's got all these stilted trade laws where we're not just competing against all their slave labor. We're competing against all of their internal tariffs that aren't declared but are there to keep our goods out. I mean, this is all just a disgusting, disgusting New World Order operation. And the populations of Ireland have been rioting. The population of Greece has been rioting. Much of Eastern Europe's been rioting off and on in the last 6 months. And now it's happening there. And our media is saying, look at these Muslim extremists. Are they extremists in Dublin? Are they extremists in Athens? Are they extremists in other areas of the world? I mean, are they all Muslims? No, they're not Muslims. So they're trying to make this a Muslim issue. These people are being raped by the New World Order, and they're tired of a dictator for 30 years. They've had enough. Now, here's a big article that I think is incredibly important. You know, Google has announced they're going to start filtering out alternative news sites. We wrote that article Monday. Drudge Report linked to it on Monday and Tuesday. It got record readership. We've never had an article be read by that many people. I think this one, 2 million people hit the site to read it. Just that one article, over 2 million. Egypt's internet kill switch coming to America. I think this article is one of the most important ever. And you hear our media, Associated Press, CBS News the last week going, Obama wants his kill switch. Obama wants his kill switch. The kill switch is already in place. And you saw Egypt flip a switch and the internet's, boom, down.